We have a Lancer Tactical Gen 2 M4, and we're going to be painting it. Not all of it, but just the handguard and stock, which would add a lot of camo to the gun. Here we're using Rust-Oleum camouflage, the typical desert ones that you got. The stock is a 6-position LE stock, I believe. In the video I say crane stock for some reason. It comes with a removable carry handle and has a rotary hop-up. And for a cheap gun, it's very good. I'm a fan of Lancer Tactical. We also have a homemade cardboard stencil that I'll be using. Alright, so we're going to be painting the stock and handguards. And we're going to hit it with a desert color and then do some brown and green accents on this. You're supposed to do a whole bunch of prep work for this, but I'm lazy. I didn't want to sand and do all that, so we're just spray painting. Sun's coming out, so I think that's gonna allow it to dry a little bit more. I'm gonna go grab some water and then come check up on these later. All right, I got some gloves on so that way I can touch these without getting paint on my hands, because I don't like that feeling. They look good. Probably still a bit wet. Let's try it. No? I think I'm gonna flip over this stock right here. Flip that over so I can get this other side of it. The hand guards, when you paint these, since they're round, don't want to worry about the inside since they clamp together. Plus that's where all the battery and stuff goes. I don't really trust it, so. Yeah, it's looking good. Seems a bit easy. I got something for the stock in the mail too, so I already opened it and it's gonna go on the stock. And I guess it'll just make more sense when I show you. So, clearly, not ideal conditions for spray painting because, it is windy and dark out. There's sun, so it's drying very fast. There's bugs all over it too. What I have here is a little thing I made with cutouts of like camo pattern, I guess. And what we're gonna do is do green and brown for like trees, since the area I live in has a lot of green and brown and tan. I guess that's every area though, but it's more prevalent in Arizona. So what we're gonna do is take our brown for branches and stuff. We're gonna use these small parts right here. So just lay it over, spray paint it, the whole thing. So let's see how that goes. that. Now the more that I look at it, it kind of does look like those desert toys, or the desert camo looking toys that you see at Walmart. Gotcha. I have all the brown painted using this stencil. I used these slightly either smaller or longer colors, and now I'm gonna go ahead and use these ones, mainly these two, for the green, so that way I got like the leaf feel. We're using, what is this called? Deep Forest Green Rust-Oleum. I'm sure I will say that in the voiceover for this video. You know, small budget. So for this, we're gonna move our handguards back in place. What side did I just do? Let's do this side right here. So I'm gonna pick out an area on this that isn't, what's it called? That's a bit small. Lift this up and show you. Got this nice little camo pattern going on, and I think I like that. Sides may be a little bare. Might have to hit it again with brown or something, or just keep it like that, depending on how I like it. Last gun I painted, I didn't use any like stenciling like this, so I only used tiger stripe, and it's good and all, but I only had like the two colors, so it's just green and tan, which was perfect for the area at the time. But since I'm not in that area anymore, you know, thought I'd switch it up and put some green on there. I'm going very minimalistic on this. I don't really plan on doing anything too extravagant. It's looking nice. It's gonna be too good. Which one did I just hit that with? Alright, I'm gonna hit it with the boot shape on this side. It doesn't really matter for me if it overlaps with the camo. If anything, that would help it blend in more. But you know, there's a purist out there that when they rattle can, they do everything. But since I'm not a purist, we do everything bare minimum. So now we're on to the stock. Hit it probably with the larger shapes right here, since there's more area to cover on the stock than there is the handguard. I mean, look at that. That just blends perfectly. We're gonna wait for that to dry and then hit the other side in this area right here. All right, I think the area is a bit dry now. Not the area, the green is dry now. Or at least dry enough to flip over, which I'm gonna do that. If it messes up yet again, I don't really care. You know, it's not supposed to be permanent, so yeah, this is a lot of work for a Lancer Tactical, I realize, but you know, why do I care? Let's grab the stencil again. And I think I'm gonna use this little zigzag pattern right there. I think that's more like a leaf than anything. And just like that, it's done. And then like the little imperfections in the paint, I think kind of add to it. camo wise, because it's not supposed to be perfect lines. It's kind of, nature isn't perfect. I mean, it is, but like in terms of shape, it's not. So when you do that, you know, the paint spurs all over it just kind of add to the camouflage on anything. I'm gonna let that dry and then put it on the gun when it's done. And the last bit going on this gun is a US M4 buttstock pad. And it's made for the crane stock right there. So yeah, I'll add that on and show you guys the final product. That is the rifle. The paint looks pretty good. Added this stock onto it. I think some future plans for this is to get a better optic, replace that with the carry handle, and to put a tracer on it and make like kind of a cool little setup for the, I guess, Commando, as Lancer Tactical has it listed. So yeah.